Fouaad Mirza, the first Indian equestrian to qualify for the Olympic Games in 20 years, completed the minimum eligibility requirement to compete in the next month's Tokyo Olympic Games by competing at the Baborowko Equestrian Festival last week in Poland. The 2018 Asian Games silver medalist is yet to decide which one of his two horses, Signor Mericot, who won the Asiad medal, or Dajara, will accompany him to Tokyo. Mericot is the more experienced candidate and has made a remarkable recovery from injury, but Dajara is better equipped at jumping, which is his strength as well. Speaking to the media, the Indian Equestrian said, "These two horses are very different from the two that helped India get the slot in 2019. But I'm lucky to have them both qualified. It's an advantage to have two horses in the race."
Yeah, Senor Maricot obviously helped us to win those medals at the Asian Games in 2018. And after that, we were prepping him up for qualification for Tokyo in 2020. Unfortunately, he sustained an injury which put him out of the sport for 2 years, and I was very convinced he would come back, but according to the vets and all the experts here, they were very doubtful on it. But you know, he's a horse that really wants to work, really wants to compete, and he's a fighter, let's say. And we managed to get him back, and we got him back this year to good form. And he's in great shape. The other horse, Dayara, she's slightly less experienced with comparison to Medicot, but she has far more potential. She's a real exciting horse for the future, and I'm very lucky to be partnered with her. So yes, and these two horses were then very different from the two horses that helped India get the slot in 2019. But having said that, they're the two better horses I have. So I'm very lucky to have them both qualified, and I think that's as a rider, that's a huge advantage to have two horses in the race. I think I'm going to look at our entire game as a whole. You know, looking back at our current forms, if you look back at the weekend, last weekend, it was a pretty solid all-round performance. The only thing that, let's say, let us down was the show jumping, where I had a mistake on both horses. But having said that, that's as a rider, that's kind of my strong point, and especially for Dayara, that is her strong point. So you know, to correct one mistake, it's not difficult. So we're definitely going to work on the show jumping phase. But as a whole, I think there's a lot of improvement. You know, although the performance was good, I think there's a lot of improvement to come. We've just shown a little bit of what we can do, and I hope we can you know, get both of them to peak by the time the games come, and we have a good bit of time to ensure that they do that. Yeah, I think, you know, with the dressage, the test that we're going to ride in the Olympics is a different test, so we'll have to train that, see where the flaws are, see where the mistakes are, and you know, keep repetition in the dressage phase, definitely to ensure that that the mistakes, we correct the mistakes and there are no flaws in the actual test itself. And then when you see, I think the cross country is going to be quite difficult, so we'll have to we don't know what's going to be what's going to be set out there, so we just have to train, and on that aspect, we just have to take it as it comes and see what they set out there. But the jumping phase, I'm already competing another horse of mine this weekend to just, get my eye in, train and jump some bigger courses, so that I'm also confident and fluent in my riding.